don't you? We're just listening to some music and having some fun, and it's 10:10-ish. So, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about how you can control your day.
Yeah, we want to start off by asking you, what are you guys doing to stay grounded today? We want to know what you're doing to stay focused and stay in a good mood, keep yourself moving forward in all of this COVID stuff. How are you keeping your spirits up?
Exactly what we're talking about today. How do you keep your spirits up? I keep my spirits up by listening to some fun music.
Yeah, and I'm listening to the same music she did because we're in the same house. And how are you taking care of yourself? How are you actually having an impact in the world that you live in? We're inside our houses. We're not going out. We're not connecting with people like we usually do. Physically. So how are you keeping your mind sharp? How are you keeping yourself in that positive mindset and really connecting with other people? And we really want to hear from you guys. We don't want voyeurs. We want people who are interacting with us. So let us know how you guys are experiencing what you're experiencing. And if you watch this later, go ahead, comment, how are you actually impacting the other people in your life? What do you guys want to do to really connect with other people?
So, I mean, connection can be making it a Zoom call. It can be just simply just picking up the phone and reaching out or sending an email. Hey, I'm thinking about you. Sending virtual flowers. There's all those little GIFs on your phone. I know someone really made an impact for me, and I was like, what can I do? I just opened it up and sent them a GIF.
There you go.
Animated GIF.
Animated GIF. Not the peanut butter, but that's nice too. We want to encourage you to have that positive impact. We want to encourage you to step into your power, because so often, especially in this kind of situation with COVID, and there's other things like that, not on the level or the spectrum that this coronavirus has caused, but we all have times where we feel like we got stuff coming down on us and we're stuck and we're feeling unsafe, we're feeling like we can't have the power in our lives.
Or like the weight of the world is on us, that it's all up to us to solve all the problems.
And so, when we were talking about it this morning, when we were talking about what we're going to talk to you guys about, it's really, I'm saying talking a lot, huh? How do you change your situation? How do you go from feeling that dominated, I can't make change in my life, to really getting in that dangerous space where you can actually step forward and make the change, to connect with the people, to turn your attitude into one that's moving forward instead of feeling like you're so heavy?
I mean, and that just goes back to, like, people aren't out to make you feel bad. They aren't out to say you're not doing it right. They just want the best for you. I know my mom always says, I only want the best for you. But it may not be what we want to hear. But it really comes from the honesty comes from a place of love. And we speak to that, the world speaks to that, and just when someone gives you some feedback that you may not want to hear, it's just them expressing. And if it hurts you, just say, hey, I don't like the way that sounded, or the way I heard that. Can we talk about it a little bit more?
Yeah, it really is important. And the funny thing is a lot of times I hear stuff from Christine, or I hear stuff from other people, and they say it, and it hits me like they're saying something mean about me, and it's because I'm already in that feeling dominated position, feeling like things are coming down on me, I'm coming down on me, I got the noise all over, the noise from the news, the noise from how things are going bad, and then I hear something that's actually constructive and helpful, and I take it wrong. And so how do I really change that and step out and realize that that's actually to help me? Or how do I stop using their words to beat myself up? Because I'm super good at doing that. I had years and years and years of practice by beating myself up, and then I just take whatever anybody said and I just go, see, they agree with that, and then I had no friends because I'm against me too. And so really, how do you change that, and how do you actually move forward? How are you actually changing what you hear in your head to help you to move forward and be impactful in your life. That's where we're at this morning. We had a coach that shared a similar message with us, and she was
said
saying,
share it with others.
Share it with others, and so that's what we're doing, because it's really about taking control of your attitude. One of the last Facebooks, or one of the first Facebooks we did, I talked about attitude. If this was a plane, your attitude is where the nose is. Is it down or is it up? Am I going up or am I going down? And really, that's what we're talking about. How to actually take control of your attitude, of your emotions, and really make change so that you can be there for people, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, be the leader of the conversation. Direct it. If it's going negative, hear the person, but really see how you can take them from going down, diving, to how you can uplift them. And they may not want to hear it. Some people like to just live in their
misery.
In their misery, and it's okay to be there for a second to express it, so you can get it all out. Like we talk about identifying those emotions of what you're feeling, so you can move to a better spot. Totally acceptable. Totally the way to go. Just don't live down like this, because you can only go so far. Even you may not go from here to this, but just kind of keep it going. Keep it exploding.
And if you do run into somebody who's having trouble, if you do run into somebody who's really down, be able to say, yeah, I know what you're talking about, and identify that you've had difficulty too, and this is what I do. This is how I move forward. Or you can also say, what do you want to do to make a difference in your life? That's one that I really use, is yeah, I've been there. Things sucked. I had terrible 20s, and it was really bad. And I think about that when I'm listening to somebody having a bad time and where I was at. And it's like, yeah, I understand feeling like there's nobody there, feeling like there's nothing we can do. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do different? Because when you start thinking about what I want, now we're going into the more creative side of things. Well, what I want is this and that. Okay, how can we help you to get it? Now we're moving into more of a problem solving instead of a sitting in our crap thing.
Like one of our coaches said, a big shit sandwich.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do with it?
How are we gonna eat this? A bite at a time. And so,
or do you just say, this ain't for me, I'm moving in my own path?
And so, really, we really want to know, and go ahead and type in and say, what are you doing to stay grounded? Tell us what you're doing to stay grounded. What are you doing to stay focused?
What do you really mean by grounded? Because that kind of goes back to the plane that's just kind of sitting there. But you mean like build your roots, build your foundation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so you have a place to come back to. One of the things that I used to talk about a lot when I was working with kids, when I was doing my psychology stuff, I was working with kids and parents, and I used to let the parent know that they're a secure base for the kid to go out, explore, have problems, come back, rejuvenate, revitalize, get recharged, and then go again. And so that grounding is that secure base that helps you to recharge. Kind of like the cord that plugs in your phone. What are you doing to plug yourself in to get recharged so that you can go and do more of what you want to do?
I really like how you put it that way. Like we joke sometimes it's like getting low on juice. I gotta refuel it. So it's the refueling almost for your jet.
Yeah, and really get to what's important, what you can do, what's out of your control, what's in your hula hoop, like we talked about a few days ago. What is it that you can do to make a difference? If there's somebody messing with you, if there's somebody that's really you're feeling attacked by, I suggest talking to them, and instead of telling them what you think, ask them why they're thinking what they're thinking, and get more information.
Say that again.
So instead of trying to attack back
and
or trying
defensive.
to guard yourself, the more dangerous, the more dynamic way to handle it is to ask them questions about why they're saying what they're saying, so you get more information, so you can understand where they're coming from, rather than just react back.
So, like, tell me more about that. Or, hey, what I'm hearing from my own filter is this. Is that what you're really saying?
Exactly. And the great thing is it opens up a dialogue instead of creating a fight. And so it's really about getting more information, understanding where they're coming from, and then being able to come to some kind of solution together, or at least understand where the other person's coming from. Maybe they are just being mean. Maybe they're having a bad day. And so why help them have a bad day by having another incident that makes it worse? Ask them how you can help them.
Idea of the projecting on you.
Yeah.
Crap, and I see a lot of that right now.
It happens all over. It happens all over. And so how are we having a positive impact? And for me, one of the easiest, strongest, fastest ways to do that is ask questions. Ask questions of what's going on with them and how I can help.
Yeah. So figure out what that thing is today of how you're staying grounded. What keeps you going? What keeps your energy up? Who is it? What is it? And just keep doing that when you need that extra juice to keep you going through. So today's Megan Trainor for me.
Yeah, so if you like what we have to say, share it with other people. If you think that they need to hear something, share it. Like us, and
that means push thumbs up, heart on the bottom.
And make comments. Let us know where you're at and what you're doing to stay grounded and stay focused and recharge. Anyway, we got to go. We got another appointment, so we will talk to you later.
Perfect. Thumbs up and hearts.
Hearts. That was terrible.